Tampa. Tonight, it's the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go in a tropical rain here in Tampa. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
At the 42-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight, the ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll go again here with Irving. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Irving, finding space at the 15. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers 7, Eagles nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. Now, listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. That's Goddard in motion. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to.
For Saquon Barkley. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast, and these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and they have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irvin, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They send Evans in motion. On 2nd down, Baker is brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. 13 yards on the catch there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a 1st down.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the 1st quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
They go play action with Mayfield. He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. The handoff, it's Irvin. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
On 3rd down, it's Irvin. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. Stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the 2nd, Buccaneers in possession of the football as they've got it with 4th down coming up. They'll go. Mayfield. Got him in. It's Ibuka. Complete. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
That's good for a Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, will be a bit of a letdown.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's in. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers move out on top, 14-0.
14. Eagles nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's now 14-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Give. This is Irving. He'll push forward for about a yard. Sack ball. The All-Pro makes the stop.
At the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Throwing is Baker. This pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On first and 10, here's Baker. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll lead to a second down. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run with or not. And when he throws it, catch it. And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On second down, a run with Irvin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that walk. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second and 7. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
That's caught. It's Bucky Irvin. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate. And with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Bucs offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, ready to hit the field again. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Irving. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. 2nd and a yard. He'll run with Irving. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. Third down and 3. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. fourth down coming up.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing second and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
So, on fourth down, Riley Dixon on to punt for Tampa Bay. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Eagles offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Hey, Scott, thank you. Rain only intensifying now as the teams have come back out. This figures to be a wet and wild second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's 3rd and 2. We'll try to run here with Barkley. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. That's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Drive begins with a run by White. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Mayfield. Al Rutten, catch me. That's Ibuka. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. That pass play good for 22. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They run on the jet sweep, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Second down throw for Mayfield. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Makes it third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll set up the screen to White. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Now Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third, they need 8. Throwing is Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Philadelphia.
And an Eagle.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle, first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
This is 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That's Hassan Reddick getting in there to bring him down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Oh, they had a shot there. It hit the 5. But it continues into the end zone, and it will come back out to the 20. The Bucs offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. It's Otten in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Third and 9. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down, Eagles.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 45-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on second down is Hurts. This one into the hands of Brown. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third down.
Hurts now. To the right side, caught by Donovan. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 38 now, here's second and 7. Man in motion is Smith. He'll take off again. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Man in motion is Smith. He's into space past the 25. And he will score. Game on. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down and 8. They'll go again with White. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Mayfield. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Hurts. To the left side and taken in by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Zion McCollum on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's taken in left side by Smith. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to even the score late. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return is Tucker, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Two minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, the defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd down and 9. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
When this offense took the field, in their mind, Mike, they want to end this game in regulation. You do not want to play for overtime. But now as this 4th down comes up, I think this coach has a decision to make. Do you remain aggressive and keep the offense on the field and try to end it here? Or do you make the safe play and punt the ball away and settle for overtime?
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. from the shotgun. It's Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Hurts will try it again. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. It's fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will go up by 7. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. With White. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
It is 2nd down and 5. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here comes 2nd down. midfield to throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Here we go. One final play. And this is a touchdown. They do it on the final play. And now decision time. Down 1. Will they go for 2 and the win?
Mike, I know everyone loves to debate these decisions, but I don't even think there's a decision to be made. You have got to keep your offense on the field, go for 2, and end this thing right here. No overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Gibson now on the return. He'll get across the 20, knock him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. That's Goddard in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
At the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Hurts. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold him to a short game.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
On third down, it's Hurts. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Fourth down, out comes the punter. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd down. That's Ibuka in motion. 2nd down throw from Mayfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
At the 41-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. Baker going to hand it to White. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
On 1st down, right back to White. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
On second down, Baker. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
This one on target to Godwin. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Eagles' 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second down and 5. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
On the tackle. A 2-yard loss brings up third and 7.
Here's third and 7. To throw is Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Hurts. Short pass. He's got Calcaterra. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. It's Otten in motion. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 29, here's second down and 6. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They'll talk things over before third down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And on that third down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up fourth down.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. Cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. There's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. This one intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
You know, Mike, as strange as it sounds, as this game has gone on longer, both these defenses have not only gotten better, but they're more energized as this game's gone on. I mean, look how deep we are into overtime, and they come through with an impact play like that interception when most defenses are just downright exhausted.
They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On third down. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. And the defense has it. A critical mistake by the offense here in the overtime.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Philadelphia.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Dotson, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Tampa.